Yay, yay, yay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the official countdown to Social Media Week, Lima 21. Can you believe it is next week already? It's getting real. And if you don't recognize my background, it's because I'm in the new now office. It kind of looks dark behind me because we have the lights on and it looked like I had a halo over top of me. So I turned down the lights and have some of the team members working behind me, hard stuffing some of our swag bags and getting everything prepared for the event. I hope you're joining us. If you've not signed up already, there's still a little bit of time and a few tickets left. So you can go to sociallima.com. But speaking of Social Lima, one of our sponsors, friends, brand that I'm super passionate about, SaneBox, I have Dimitri with me to talk about the one thing missing from your email toolbox that could be costing you and your team lots of time, money, and honestly, sanity, because I know SaneBox has definitely made my world a lot more sane. Hey, Dimitri, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for jumping on here today. So I know we just got a chance to kind of connect a little bit more about your background and, how you kind of got started. And I know you began your career working in investment banking in college and then spent 8 years at Overture, Yahoo, doing global business development before catching the startup bug. And then you founded Wanto. Is that what that is? In 2010? The NACE's first goal-oriented and expert-driven internet community. And then now you co-founded SaneBox. So quite the adventure and tech startup visionary, if you will. So what made you kind of come up with SaneBox, first of all, and what is it?
Sure. So, by the way, please don't call me visionary. It's like my least favorite word.
Oh, sorry. Okay, that's like guru for me, so I get it. We all have those words.
Well, so the reason we started SaneBox is this was a while ago, right? This was almost 10 years ago. At the time, email overload wasn't as big of a deal as it is now. But we started seeing that there were a few kind of more vocal journalists, venture capitalists, entrepreneurs who started to write blogs about the fact that their inboxes are overflowing. And we're like, okay, that's interesting. And again, like this is 2010, right? Like, You've Got Mail came out, I think, in like 1999, right? People were like really excited about email at the time. The following 10 years, we were still kind of excited, and then it started to get really bad. And so we looked for a solution. How do we address this? And we realized that just by looking at the email headers, not without ever looking at the body, the content of the emails, or anything sensitive, right? Just looking at the metadata that comes with every email, we can figure out what's important to you. And so basically, as emails arrive, we look at what emails do you open, what emails do you respond to, how quickly you open them, how quickly you respond, how far back, how the relationship goes with the person. And so based on all these factors, we know what you consider important. So when you first sign up, we go through that analysis and we move all of the noise out of your inbox into a separate folder. And the really cool thing is, and this is a decision we made early on, we don't actually have there's no app, there's no UX really. We just add a folder that lives anywhere you do your email, right? So it's on your phone, it's on your desktop, any client, any device, any provider, like wherever you do your email, SaneBox lives with you. and this is where usually when I get asked, well, does it work on Thunderbird 2015 or something else, right? And the answer is always yes. Like there's nothing we don't work on. And so that's kind of been our the first solution, and then we've over the last few years we've built a bunch of other features. You can now snooze emails. We can track if you get a reply from someone and remind you to follow up. We can move your attachments to Dropbox or Google Drive or any other cloud storage, and so on. Like we have a kind of a do not disturb mode. If you're on vacation, you want to not get bothered. So basically, like anything you want to do with email, we've done it.
And that's a few things that you mentioned already. So if you guys can tell already, and many of you that already know me have heard me talk about SaneBox before, because of how much time it saves me. Like every week, SaneBox sends you an email that says how many hours that you saved just from email. Mine is consistently 9 hours or more a week in email. That's how insane my inbox was before SaneBox, and being able to add this tool in. So I tell a lot of people about it. I've already told clients about it long before this relationship of, you guys even becoming a sponsor, because it's not about that. Of course, we want to give you even more love because of that. But because it works and it's so easy to plug in. So somebody had told me about it. This was probably 5 years ago, I believe. When I signed up, and it was super easy to get connected to my email and just start working right away. And I love that already, like you said, it already learns, and over time, like what emails that you're opening, the important ones, you can train it as well. But then it gives you that summary too, kind of all the emails that it's kind of put into a folder if you did want to move any out. But it's so much easier to then focus on the things that matter and the things you don't want to miss, because all this other clutter and junk is getting into your inbox. And it has saved me over a day of my work week a week. That's big, and if we add that to all the team, using it as well, then that's a huge savings and a lot more that we can do with time. And for under $10, I was like sold, and continue to be sold again and again. But I'm not sure if you would like to do a demo, because I think it's kind of cool to show how this can work. I can either do it on my end, or I don't know if you want to share your screen, which is in the middle button where you can click share and then share screen, or I can do on my end.
No, I can do it. Share. Yep, got it. So I can tell you how, or I can show you rather, how it works. And
let me see if I can add it to there. Jen says, "Oh, I love it. Yes." And she's like, "Oh yeah, Jessica loves her SaneBox for sure."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna add your screen to the screen. Here to share. All right, you're sharing.
Well, awesome. So basically, when you come to our website, just you go to sanebox.com, you can kind of watch a video how it works and learn a little more, and then essentially you just have to connect your email account. You can do it through Google, Office 365, or any email. And what's going to happen is we're going to, this one is this one is not going to work, but we connect your email server, whether it's Gmail or really any email provider, and then you land on this screen where we kind of walk you through a onboarding. And so we basically try to customize the experience to what is right for you, right? So in this particular case, like, are strangers important to you? Like, do you answer calls from strangers or no, right? And this is an important one, because if you're in sales, for instance, and you're getting cold leads, or I guess calls, then it's important. And if you're a CEO and you don't want to get distracted, that's an important one. So this just kind of shows you how what's going to happen, how to train it, and this is a really important one. So if something's in the wrong place, you literally just move it to the correct folder.
Mhm.
and I'll show you in a minute how it works in my Gmail. But you also will, as you mentioned, Jessica, we'll also send you a digest where you can kind of quickly see everything
Mhm.
we've done, and you can write from that one digest, train or
Mhm.
move anything. This one is a crowd favorite, black hole. So basically, it's a folder.
I was getting ready to say that one's my favorite is the black hole. You're like, I don't want these. Sometimes you don't want to
Yeah,
unsubscribe because that's where you get your coupons. For some of the stores, they're all wanting your email address, but you don't want it in your inbox. So I want it in the
right.
black hole so I can pull it up maybe later. But
Well, I'll
if I
just
need
show
it,
you
if
what
I
it
go to that store in 6 months or whatever. But yeah.
exactly. Well, okay. So, and let's just show you how it actually works, right? So, okay. So, and this is my unimportant folder. As you can see, there are 3,000 emails. And basically, what I do is I go through it once a day, and if something is important, let's say Google Payments probably is important, and you can just I drag it to my inbox, and that immediately trains it. So future emails um, from that sender will go into my inbox, right? And then let's say lowering blood pressure. I don't know who this guy is, and I don't really care. I'm going to move into my black hole folder, and now I will literally never hear from that person again. And this works for individuals, it works for companies, and it's also pretty important because, like for example, if you're getting an email from, let's say, American Airlines, and it's your flight itinerary or a newsletter, right? And we know the difference between the two, and so you can train one kind of an email to your inbox and the other kind of an email to black hole, and we'll do the right thing next time. Okay, so this
So
one is
smart.
cool. So this is basically a snooze folder. So if you move an email into a folder called tomorrow, and I'll just show you what that looks like. I have one for next week.
This one I use all the time.
Yeah, this one is amazing. Um, and there's tomorrow, next week, and you can also customize pretty much any time frame you can think of. You can create an optional folder for news. I don't do that one. And then this one is super cool. This is actually our most popular feature. So we have a free trial, but yeah, I should have started with this. So you can just go today to samebox.com and sign up for the trial. Um, it's we don't ask for a credit card up front or anything, so you can just see how it works. And you would
Yeah.
send the email. Oh, sorry. And then after the 2 weeks, you can pick one of our plans. And
Mhm.
on average, about 25% of the people who sign up for the trial end up subscribing, which is really, really high for a paid
Mhm.
service. But people who try this reminder feature that I'm about to show you, just who send just one reminder, those
Mhm.
people, I think something like 45% convert. So
I believe
it's
it.
a really, really good one. And so let's say I want to send. Oh, I don't have your email. Okay,
Jessica at nowmarketinggroup.com.
here.
Jessica with a K. Yep. There you go. Mhm.
Weird. Okay, I guess it hasn't saved it yet. And then so I'm gonna an email called test, and I would send something. But then what I would do is I could CC or BCC something like 1 week at sandbox at sandbox.com, or I could do 3 days at sandbox.com, or I could do what is it? So like tomorrow 8 a.m. at sandbox.com.
Mhm.
And if I don't get a reply from you by that time that I specified, I'll get a reminder to follow
Mhm.
up. And it's
It's
like
so
a
good.
super, super, yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
that one is just like
Yeah, if anybody
10
in
years old.
sales, I'm telling you, you should use it. Like, because the people are like, "Hey, I need some time to think about it. Maybe follow up with me in a week, or I'll be back with you in a week." So I use this like,
Well,
not a problem. And then I'll remove this from the screen here. Not a problem. Thank you. Want to respect your time. So, but I don't want to drop the ball, right, and not follow up. So I use this as a remind feature, and it's so good because it makes it seem like you're so much more on top of things than we would have been if we didn't have a reminder, let's just say. But yeah, and don't even take my word for it. I mean, you should, because I've used it for 5 years, but try it out. There's a free trial, 2 weeks, and see. I would love for everybody that is coming to Social Media Week Lima in our community, if you are coming there, I would love to see how much time you save during your week, and just see who can save the most time at training their inboxes. And you can share your screenshots in the group, and we'll be doing some prizes and things like that for seeing how much time everybody can save during their week, and how many emails you
if
can
it's
train.
not already.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so thank you so much for coming on, being a supporter of this event for small businesses. I mean, Social Media Week Lima is all about helping business owners and marketers and just professionals, learn how to do things smarter and more efficient, and help build relationships along the way. So I really thank you for showing up and supporting us, and showing us this tool on how they can better enhance their work week.
Perfect.
All right. If anyone has any questions, definitely drop them in the comments. You can also type the word recap in the comments, and we will send you a recap as well as the link to get signed up directly into your messenger box. So thank all of you for joining in with us today. Thank you, Dimitri, for your time and sharing your story with us and showing off SaneBox. All right, everyone. I hope to see you at Social Media Week Lima. Again, if you've not signed up, go to sociallima.com. It is just 1 week away. We'll be back here later today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for the Social Media Week Lima kickoff party with a lot of the speakers for the event. But until then, hope you guys have a good rest of your afternoon. Thanks so much.